The Astros used an off-field camera and a system of bangs on a trash can.
The whole Astros organization and the team feel bad.
I'm really sorry about the choices that were made by my team.
This didn't impact the game.
But when pressed, gave a different answer.
I didn't say it didn't impact the game.
Reaction online was swift and harsh.
I lost respect for those guys.
They cheated. They've cheated the game.
Everybody around the league is really upset, and rightfully so, because it's really a disgrace to the game.
Like you said, a guy's career has been affected. A lot of people, lost jobs. To cheat like that and not get anything, it's sad to see for sure.
People are never going to forget about it, but to move on from it is for the entire organization, starting from the top.
MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred. Manfred is now in the stage of any sports scandal where he must face the music and deal with the criticism. The problem is he did not have to face as harsh a criticism as he has from fans, media, and even players alike. The fallout from the Astros cheating scandal has plagued the commissioner's office. In case you've been living under a rock,
the Astros positioned a camera in center field. That camera would film signals given by the opposing team's catcher about what pitch the pitcher should throw. That camera feed was transmitted live into the Astros dugout, where a player would allegedly be watching the feed with a baseball bat and trash can.
Another element of data transmission was this setup just steps away from the Astros dugout with a monitor, wires, table, chair, and trash can. As CBS reports, at a game against the White Sox, the Astros removed the monitor from the wall in the tunnel and hid it in an office. In the process, opposing players have been cut from teams because of poor performance. Many others, including team personnel across the board, have lost salary bonuses. The glory of the game, hoisting the World Series trophy, was robbed from various teams who took on the cheating Astros. It started with owner Jim Crane.
Our opinion is that this didn't impact the game.
Not taking responsibility and getting press from ESPN's Marley Rivera.
Jim, sign stealing is a distinct advantage for the hitter. So how is it that it doesn't affect competition? So then what are you guys apologizing for?
We're apologizing because we broke the rules.
But isn't sign stealing a distinct advantage for the hitter, so doesn't it automatically impact competition?
It could possibly do that. It could possibly not.
Okay, guys, we're going to wrap up.
And this was passed down to Alex Bregman and Correa alike.
What doesn't sit well with me is when you say false statements. If you don't know the facts, if you're not informed, this is America, Ken. You can say whatever you want. You should get informed. You should be informed before you talk about other players. If you don't know the facts, then you gotta shut
The Athletic found Jose Altuve benefited from the banging, yet players were not disciplined. Crane fired his former manager and GM, with the owner and players getting off scot-free. The idea of an asterisk or asking for a piece of metal back seems like a futile act, said Manfred, which rightly suffered blowback. The Dodgers' Justin Turner weighed in.
For him to devalue it the way he did yesterday is just tells me how out of touch he is with the players in this game. And at this point, the only thing devaluing that trophy is that it says commissioner on it.
The Dodgers' Cody Bellinger owned the moment as well.
I thought the apologies were whatever. I thought Jim Crane's was weak. I thought Manfred's punishment was weak. Altuve stole an MVP from Judge in 17. Everyone knows they stole the ring from us. I know personally I lost respect for those guys. Everyone in the show, in the big leagues, lost respect for those guys. I don't know what human hits a walk-off home run against Aroldis Chapman to send your team to the World Series. And one has the thought to say, don't rip my jersey off, but two, go in the tunnel, change your shirt, and then come out and do your interview. Like that makes no sense to me.
Manfred, addressing reporters at his annual Grapefruit League presser, told the media, "We looked into it. We couldn't find any evidence that what had been asserted to us was true." At this point, we just have to speak of a cover-up, right? Teams were on the record complaining to Major League Baseball. Players and league personnel were aware this is Manfred's failed act of cleanup. Teams told the league that they believed the Astros were stealing their signs. MLB failed to find any evidence of this. That progression, as detailed by the commissioner himself, essentially says that the league cannot be relied upon to find wrongdoings where we know it exists, wrote Yahoo Sports' Hannah Kaiser, which I totally agree with. As Comrade Ben Heisler pointed out to us on Twitter, Dan Le Batard tried to warn us.
You're coming on here and saying that you weren't aware of Jeter's plan to trade players and slash payroll? Like, we're starting with a lie, Rob. Like, that's where we're starting. Like, you can't tell me you're not aware of that.
And have you call me a liar? I explained to you that we do not get involved in operating level decisions in the ownership process, the ownership approval process. Clubs make those local decisions.
Rob, were you aware of his plan, though? Were you aware of it?
Manfred, in my view, has attempted to Roger Goodell Major League Baseball. He's failed, tarnishing the World Series trophy as just another piece of metal, and allowing cheaters to roam free while livelihoods are destroyed. This is the unpolicing of Major League Baseball.